So we're in Mexico, you're gonna have to excuse the dogs, you're gonna have to excuse the cars yelling about the food they're selling, and the wind, because this is the only place I have to film. So, do you want to travel but don't have a lot of money? I feel you on that one. So that's why I'm going to sit down and make this video to tell you all about how I traveled Panama for 2 months on only $600 out of my savings. Now I know $600 is still like money, but I'm gonna break down my expenses, tell you what I spent on everything, and tell you a little hack on how to get free stuff and how to make money on the road. So let's get started. Like any good video, this starts with my handy dandy notebook. I have all of my expenses written out and broken down. So I was in Panama for exactly 2 months and I spent $765 on flights, which is already more than what I spent out of my savings, so stay tuned. I could have avoided spending $229 if I had just taken a bus in Panama, but I had a lot of luggage, so I spent the extra money. Then, for 2 months of food, I actually spent $809 because Panama uses US dollars, so it was actually kind of expensive to buy food there. Also, I could have saved $278 by not eating out while I was staying and living at this hotel. Which brings me to my next point. I only spent $118 on hotels for the entire 2 months that I was out of the country. How did I do that? Well, I did this by doing a work exchange through a website called Workaway. If you want, I can do a more in-depth video just talking about Workaway, so let me know down below. But that is how I saved the majority of my money on this trip. And I also spent $65 for checked bags because, again, I had way too much stuff. And actually, I spent $66 just on boats while living in Bocas del Toro, Panama. So, that was unexpected. So total spent, we have $1,823 US dollars for 2 months, which breaks down to $911 per month. But I thought I only spent $600 out of my savings. Let me show you how. So currently I work for a company called Cambly. You can use my referral link down in the description if you're interested, but it's basically just English conversation tutoring. You just log on, talk to people who are trying to learn English and help them out. A lot of them actually feel like my friends and I love this job. However, the only downside is you do need really high-speed internet in order to do this, so this was a little difficult in Panama being on an island. So I didn't make as much as I could have here, but I made $740 in 2 months living in Panama working on Cambly. So again, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the referral link. It's not the highest pay, but when you're not living in the United States, it works. And my other job is I'm actually a certified yoga teacher, so you don't necessarily have to be a yoga teacher to do this, but find a skill that you're really specialized in. And on Workaway, there's actually quite a few paid opportunities. So for me, working at a hotel as a yoga teacher made me $487 extra while living there for free. I got a free bed to sleep in and $487 by doing this Workaway for 2 months. And if you want a more in-depth video all about Workaway, you can let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to make that. But another idea besides yoga teaching is a lot of people hire like social media people, editors, blog writers, construction workers. Like there's all kinds of opportunities on this website and I really think everybody should be taking advantage of it because it's such a cheap way to travel. Most of what I spent money on was just food and, oh yeah, transportation. I got distracted by the food because I'm very hungry. But in total, I earned $1,227 while on the road. So that's not including anything that I made before or after, it's just what I made while out there. So that totals to $613 per month that I earned. So if you do some very basic 4th grade math, I ended up spending $596 out of my savings for 2 months, which comes to $300 out of my savings per month. And that's just mind-blowing because you could never do that in the United States. So that's why I like the life that I'm doing. If you have any more questions about this life I'm living, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. And if you want to continue following along with my life, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post yoga classes here as well as vlogs, so if that's up your alley, be sure to check that out. And I hope to see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys! The only downside is you need really good internet. The only downside... If you have any more questions about this, leave them in the Nope, you can't comment in the description.